At the age of 20, I had like 3 businesses in partnership and one my own. So I was managing like 4 businesses at only age of 20. So this is like something which is not normal for a person who's like only 20 years old, as you can see, because at that age you just think about parties, having fun, or maybe anything. So in my case it was different because I chose my lifestyle and I knew that doing something great will make my life more easier at early age. So more quicker I'm doing it, better is it. And I had motivation as well inside me because I have a very rare sight problem, and this sight problem can be like complicated in the future, which is like the end result is like losing the vision. So the doctor says there is no any cure about it, and I'm still like dealing with it. I'm just trying to go to different clinics around the world, try to finding if there is any cure for this, but so far everywhere it says no. I will come back to Russia again maybe next month or 1 month, 1.5 months or something like this. I will come back to another clinic over here to have a checkup to see if they can do something, but anyway, so far the result is no. So that's why that was my biggest motivation, because if I lose my sight, who's gonna take care of me? Who's gonna take care of my future family or my current family? So in that case, I was just like, okay, I have to stand up and just do it by myself, create everything. So I started like a lot of things at the same time. Then from Spain, at the end of the second year, I moved back to England, and at that time I decided to sell my businesses in Spain. And also my friend who was in partnership, we all decided the same things, that say, okay, let's create something different, because what we was doing in Spain, it was like, yes, we had our businesses, but at the same time we was working in our businesses, so we was there every time, you know. So in this case we decided to do it, this step, because we wanted to learn about business. What is the meaning of doing business for real? Because what having a restaurant, having shops or whatever, that's not business. That's a self-employed position that you buy something and you work in it. So that's a self-employed, it's not business. So we decided to learn, study hard, and we took for ourselves like 2 years, okay? 2017 and 2017 and 18 to learn properly, and then we started in a different way, totally different way, because I don't know if you guys ever heard about Robert Kiyosaki and his books. So if somebody heard it, then you guys know about what I'm talking, the quadrants of the cash flow. So if you are familiar with it, that's fine, please let me know. If not, I will give you a quick explanation about it. Can you please answer?
Not really. Personally, I don't really know about it. I want to know. Thank you.
Yes, we want to know. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. So the quadrant of cash flow works like this. So imagine to have like a cross with 4 quadrants on the sides. Let me see if I can find a piece of paper and try to draw it for you guys. 1 second. This place. Oh, there we go. Perfect, I find it. Let me get a pen. 1 second. Alright. So, this is the quadrant of cash flow. Let me turn on the camera on the other side. Okay, it's not working. So try to make a cross like this, yeah? On the top here, we will put W for starting, which is the working class, okay? Over here, we will put self-employed. Over here, we will put business. And over here, we will put I, which is investors. So, how it's working these things? Working class, it's the person who having a job and works for a salary, okay? So, for example, you are a waiters, or we can say a warehouse worker, okay? So your work, it's equal, like for example, you get $10 per hour, okay? That's your salary per month, that's it. So you can work 10 hours, 20 hours per day, whatever hours you want, that's your hourly wage, and that depends on how many hours you work, you get your income. self-employed. You providing a service, okay? So for example, you are a plumber or engineer or whatever, so it's still good money in this sector. There's nothing bad about it, but you working for yourself, okay? So you are the boss, but you are also working for yourself, correct? So this depends what's your fees. So how much you're charging to people, like for example for the service, for plumbing, you're gonna change a pipe, you're gonna charge them like $100 or whatever price is that's your income, and that's it. So if you don't have customer, you start from nothing in this case, okay? So your business stops when you have no customer. Business, this one, it's the things which we learned after when we came back from Spain. So business is, for example, Amazon. Did you guys ever seen Jeff Bezos going back to the shop floor and start working in there in the warehouse? No, because he got people who's working for him and doing all the job for him. Elon Musk, he created Tesla. So Elon Musk is not going there to build in the car by himself. He got a team of people working for him. He's just the face of the company, okay? So this is where we decided to focus. Business. We want to create something which is running without our face. So we will be the main person in charge, but these things have to run without our presence on it. So we start focusing on here, business. Then we did also investment. Investment is, this one is another one. You have house, you rent a house, you buy a house, you pay off your loan, mortgage, whatever is it. Then the house generating your income, which is cash flow, okay? So you get the rent, it goes in your pocket, and you invest. So you don't keep, because many people, what they do, when they investing, they keep the money, okay? They don't invest it, they just keep in the pocket, and then when something happens, they just like use it and waste it. So over here, we need money management training and plan. So there is a lot of ways to plan it and where to invest it. So this is like up to everyone. So some people say, oh, trading can be a really good option. Okay, yes, but you are working in that case. So you open your trading account and you are self-employed. You're checking your tradings and everything. That's okay. Everyone have a different opinion about this kind of thing. So that's like a different story. But over here, when you do investment, you just put the money working for you. Okay, the money works for you. Over here, the business works for you. In the first sector, you are working for the money. So you do the hours, the money comes to you. Over here, you are providing services for money. So that's like you are still doing something. So this is the concept of the quadrants of Kiyosaki. So that's the simple way, quickest way to explain it. But I recommend you guys, if you want, read the books from Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's the name of the first book I read, and that changed my mindset really. And that helps you, because after, what you have to do, it's finding a skill. So everyone will need a skill, okay? This is very important. So if you want to do business, find a skill. For example, you can say, okay, I'm an engineer. Once you know about engineering, you can operate a new business into the right quadrant of Kiyosaki, like automated business for yourself. So Elon Musk, he's an engineer, but his business is automated, okay? So that's the concept. So everyone needs to have a skill, and then once you have the skill, then you can start. My skills, for example, I learned about accountancy. So I know the accountancy system in UK, which is different from the European Union. Okay, which is important skill to know, because the laws everywhere is changing, and you need to keep up. Okay, keep updated. You know how to move. So if you know the accounting system in multiple countries, you can support different businesses. You can find them solution. You can help them to say, okay, you want to relocate your business because you pay too much tax. For example, in UK, it's like 42% now. They reduced it a bit, but say 45, because anyway, you will arrive at 45% on the profit over 150,000, which is, if your business is successful, you will pay 45% tax. Would you like to pay 45% tax? No, nobody likes to pay tax in this world. Why we have to pay tax? So that's, for example, what my business provides as a services. It's one of the services which is like helping small businesses or big businesses to relocate themselves into different countries where they can operate their business with cheap labor, lower tax, and better like income, because they can save those money. So rather than paying to the government 45% tax, they can use, maybe they're gonna pay still some tax, which is gonna be like maybe 30%, 20%, or if you go to Croatia, which is 18%, or if you go to Bulgaria, it's 15%. So it's still like a little bit tax, but it's not 45. So you still have in your pocket about 20% of that profit, which you can invest and use it again to improve your business. So in my case, I guess accountancy was a very good thing to learn. And another skill, if you are about to do a business, is business management. Learn about business, because if you know how to manage business in the academic way, then you apply these things as your skill to improve your own business and go like into different markets. Or you don't need to stay only in one place, because in my case I'm traveling a lot, and I see that for me playing in different countries now, it's just like fun. I really love it, because traveling in different countries, meeting different people, meeting different clients, anything just like improves my skills and improves my business at the same time. And sometimes many people I see like they have this fear inside where they don't feel comfortable to see the world of the opportunities around. So it's just like, how? Guys, if you don't travel, you don't experience, you don't see that there is opportunities in different markets, you will never know what's around. Because like, okay, at the moment I can give you an example, this one. I'm in Russia. Many people was telling me, oh, why the hell you going to Russia? It's like dangerous, this, that. Guys, I come over here, and it's kind of like, we can say, fiscal heaven over here. Business tax is at 13%. Okay, they will increase it this year, but what? 1%, 2%, still like 15% compared to the other European Union. Germany, I think it's about like 40 something. UK is 40 something. Italy is over 15. So it's like a lot of taxes. Over here, it's like 13-14% tax. That's it. And people over here, great. System over here, great. It's working. So it's nothing wrong. Many countries put the sanction against Russia. Russia was like, okay, some guys, no problem. You put the sanctions to us, okay, we will work in our way. So they created their own payment system. So Mastercard Visa is not working here, and they said, okay, so if you want to trade with Russia, then you pay in rubles. We don't accept pounds, dollar, euro, whatever. We don't accept it. You pay in our currency. If you want to have our gas or petrol or whatever you need, you pay in our currency. And Russia in this moment is kind of managing these deals behind a lot. And that's why the ruble looks like weak, but it's not weak. Check the property market, because I was looking also for the property market here, and it's great. Wow, they had a very good increase in the property market, because of the sanctions, people cannot travel easily outside. So what's happened to the property market in this case? The property market goes up because people will stay in the country, they will buy more properties, and they need to have holiday location where they can go chilling during the summertime or wintertime, wherever. They have a lot of really nice locations around here, and that's why the property market goes up. So it's a very good opportunity. I remember people buying properties here last year for £10,000, £20,000. Now currently it's worth like about £35,000 to £50,000 with small investment. So also this one, it's something quite crazy, which we don't expect it. But you need to look about everything when you're doing business. It's not only one thing where you have to focus only one market. Yeah, you can start with one market, that's the main thing. You start from small, and then you expand. You expand your network of people. Maybe you know someone who's living in, I don't know, Thailand, for example, or Indonesia, or Nigeria, for example. You know, guys, like there is a lot of opportunities over there. And I don't know, South America as well, like everywhere. Create a network of people and then connect the dots. That's what I started doing, connecting all the dots, and there we go. So it was very hard to arrive at the point where we are now. And I'm not doing this business alone, and it's with my friends, which we grow up together and everything. So we know each other, and we created this system to like work together and study together, because everyone have a different skill. So my skill is mine. Then another my friend will have different skill. Another one will have a different skill. So we combine all the skills in one, and then we created everything. And what else we can talk about? Do you have any questions, guys, so far, or is anything missing?
Okay, very well, Mr. Tiger, on behalf of the musician.
Sorry, I can't hear you well.
Okay, can you hear me clearly now? Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's kind of weird. Like it's just like very far away.
Okay, I'm very close. I don't know if you can hear me now, sir.
Yeah, try.
Okay, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time, sir. I think it's high time for members to ask you their questions. So, house is it's time for our questions. Please, at this point, I would like to open the floor for questions, clarification, and contribution from members. Please, let's ask our questions now, please.
Okay, I have a question. Yes. Okay. Hello. Thank you so much, Mr. TJ. Your class was exceptional, and I learned so much. But I have a personal question, which I would like to. Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So when starting a business, someone always says that when you start a business, you need to be present in that business. You need to stay in the business. For example, a friend of mine had a hotel. He just opened the hotel, and then he stays outside the country, but the hotel is in Nigeria. So he had to like come back to be staying in the hotel for a while just to make sure his friends are coming and everything. And it was really stressful because he had to work in the US, and he couldn't. But the moment he left the hotel, he said no, he had to put someone in charge. The hotel was the business was going down and everything. Like the person in charge was an expert, but it felt like people, his friends that were coming to lodge or people he knew, just wanted the fact that he was around. They wanted to come and see him always in the hotel, or just know that he's around the environment. So how would you tackle this? That you have a business and you just need to be present. Is there a way that you can have a business and you can operate it from afar and it will still grow? Okay.
Yes, this is one of the services we provide as well, which is like business management. So we helping clients who want to automate their business without their presence inside. Okay, so it's easily possible, especially if it's a hotel. It's very, very easy to do it with a hotel, rather than maybe a different business where you really have to be there. Like for example, a lawyer. If you have a business as a lawyer, then yeah, that's different. But if you have a hotel, that's a very, very easy option to automate it, and you can easily do it because first of all, what you need in a hotel. So you need to understand what kind of people you need in a hotel. So first of all, you need a manager who is managing the position, like as a hotel. Okay, say okay, you're managing the staff. So you have a team of 10 people working in that hotel. So you're managing the 10 people and all the clients. He have to get paid enough. Okay, so the payment will come out definitely, because anyway it's a hotel and he's a manager, so you need to get fair enough money to manage it. So in this case, there should be no problems. Then you need to see how many people you need. So if you need 10 people, then hire 10 people. But all this process have to make it like, first of all, you need to see the business, the location, and what kind of customer are you looking for. Because if it's like a 5-star hotel, you need a different approach. If it's like a 2-star hotel or 1-star hotel, then you need a totally different approach. So to rising a hotel from 1-star to 5-star, this is possible. It's not something impossible. You just need to change the dynamics and everything. And another way, which I'm working on it as well with another my friends, we just created this new option to hiring people. So technically, normally, what the hiring process is like you hire a person, yeah? Then you go through interview stage, first interview, second interview, third interview, then you choose the person. The system we are trying to creating right now is to take off all this interview process. It's based on AI, and it will only give you only one-step interview. So you will have the last interview where the person will be selected if it's the right person or not, according to some psychological questions and everything to understand the conditions. And yeah, if you want to know more about how to automate the business, I can let you know in different call or whatever, so I can explain exactly how is the process to simplify the business.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No worries. Any other questions?
Yes. First, I have a question. Do you also need more finance to set up a business?
Sorry, it's breaking out your voice. Can you please try to repeat again?
Okay, I said, do you need much money to start up a business?
Okay, this is a very interesting question.
Does someone need much money?
So, this is a beautiful question, just because many people ask me the same question. They says, do you need money to start a business? And the answer, you're not going to believe it, but it's no. You don't need money to start a business, okay? First of all, you need the idea. You need to have a business plan, how to run your business and everything. Okay, you don't need money for business. This is a legend. This is what many people says. Oh, you need the money. Okay, of course. If you buy a hotel, then yes, you will need the money to buy the hotel. But there is a lot of ways to start a business with zero money. Actually, zero money. So this is a legend. And if you guys start really reading about these books I was telling you before, of Robert Kiyosaki, and then if you want, I can give you a list of other books as well, which is like helping to improve your mind and be more flexible and to understand more about how market works, and you can start a business with zero money. For example, I give you a simple example. I don't know, guys, if you heard last year there was one artist, yeah, he sold a banana for what was $20 million. Did anyone heard about this one last year?
No, we didn't.
No, I never heard about it.
Okay, you can try to Google it, and this is one of the funniest story I've ever heard. This guy sold a banana in a picture frame, a real banana, which is getting like expired after like few days staying there. But he sold it for 20 million, saying, "Oh, this is a banana art or something." I don't know what the hell was going on over there, but it was like, wow, if the person can make money from zero just to buying a one banana from $1 to $20 million, that means people are stupid. Okay, so to understand how to do business with no money, you need to find your niche, like where you will get this money from. Okay, so many people, they don't think where to put the money. Okay, so I see like a lot of clients, okay, as well, they have a lot of money, a lot, but they don't know where to put it sometimes. Okay, they just waste it. But in the same time, they don't waste the money as we think it. They waste it to just take it off from the tax. So in many countries it's working in this way. They can give you the money, you can earn it, because you're earning as a profit, but for them that's not a profit. That's for them is a tax relief.
Okay, any further questions?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Any further questions for our international speaker? Any further questions for him tonight? Any?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, go ahead.
Mr. Tiger, I really appreciate all the lecture you gave on business, the illustrations, and the way you described it. It was so excellent, and it captured me so much. You know, here I'm a businessman also. I do a lot of business. I'm into oil business. I also deal with phones and accessories, and I also into real estate. But one challenge we have in business is, for example, let me put it as a question. There is this similar challenges that comes up with business. You are trying to give people the very best of services, but at a point you find out that there is a fluctuation of sales. Maybe if you trade, you see how market goes up and comes down, goes up and comes down. So in such, it makes income rate very unstable. Now, oftentimes you can, from this angle, or maybe from another business to sustain this business, then at a point you will from this place to also push this way through. At a certain point, you will find out that all of them are still going well, sustaining each other. So is that instability a norm in business, or is it caused by some inappropriation or a certain level of mismanagement? Thank you.
So if I get right, your question is like, okay, in the markets, the prices, for example, of oil goes up and down because of the changes and inflation and everything, and you want to know if it's possible to have a good deal and not to have lost. That's correct, what I understood?
No. What I mean is, in every aspect of the business we do, at a certain point, you will find out that a certain side is experiencing a downfall, an inflection, not actually necessarily price, not price inflection. There is weak sales. Now, at a point, another part of the business which is doing well will be sustaining the weak one that has the weak sales. Now, after a while, so it's not that we are actually doing a business that is seasonal. For example, you know that phones and accessories is not a seasonal business, it's an everyday thing. Now, oil and gas business is not a seasonal business, it's an everyday thing. A real estate business is not seasonal, it's an everyday thing. But then, at a certain point, you will discover that there is low sales in this particular one for a while. Then while this one is doing well, you will use it to be sustaining this. Now, at a point, the order is down, this will sustain this, while this one is doing well. So, but at a certain point, you will discover that them all are actually working simultaneously. So, I want to know, those downfalls of sales, is it a certain level of mismanagement that will cause those season of downfall in sales? Or is it a norm?
It's a downfall of because of the mismanagement. Because if you know really how to sell, even in the downtime, you will be able to sell. Okay, so there is no way that you can have, because if that product is daily consumable, you will always sell it. It's a daily consumable product. But if it's something, for example, a property, okay, the property, expect already that you're not gonna sell properties every single day, okay, because people can't buy every day. But if it's a daily consumables and you are not able to sell it, that means there is something wrong in the management or in the team. Okay, so you need to figure it out. Where is the mistake and what's the part you are doing wrong? For the properties, okay, maybe this month you will have 3 sales, next month you will have 5, the month after you have 0. Okay, property market is different compared to the daily products.
Okay, thank you. I got you right, thank you.
So is this the question you wanted to know about?
Yeah, you got me right, because you know where you mentioned that there is a problem in the team or the management. I think I got it, because oftentimes I do suspect the team I've got maybe not being that reliable to push through. So I think with your advice, I will look into it. Thank you.